Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So today we are doing the September love predictions reading, and I'm a bit behind on the monthly predictions for September. I released the September general predictions on like the 6th of September, so already basically a week into the month, which I'm really sorry for. It's meant that I've been a little bit delayed with this one as well, because I always do the general predictions first, because not everyone is interested in the love messages. So get that one out of the way first, and then I do the love predictions. So that's where we are today. I'm sorry that we're already like at least a week into the month, but hopefully this is still helpful for you, and maybe it's going to help you understand maybe some things that have already happened in the month. So who knows? There's always a reason behind these things. So clearly there's a reason why we're a little bit delayed this time. But yeah, so let's take a look at the cards we have. We are using the same deck for pile markers that I used in the last reading because it seemed to be quite popular. Very much fits in, I guess, with the autumnal theme. So yeah, I've shuffled these cards. I haven't selected them to go on the piles, so they might have a meaning for the reading that you choose. That might be why you're drawn to each card, but let's look at them little bit more closely. So group 1, you have the Cauldron Witch. This one is number 4. She's got a crow and a frog or a toad. I think it's a frog. And she is tasting what she's brewing in her cauldron. And the deck we're using with that one is the Happy Tarot. Okay, so that's group 1. Then on group 2, you have the Healing Witch, number 5. She's got lots of different potions. It's a very green coloured card. The other one is very red. She's got some fresh herbs as well, like a little altar. She appears to be in the woods or in the forest. And we're using the Oceanic Tarot with that one. And then group 3, number 16, we have the Hell Hath No Fury Witch. This is also quite red, but also black as well. And she's got a crow too. We're using the Neopets Tarot with that one. She's got like a lightning bolt coming out of her finger. Okay, so 3 very different cards, all have a very different vibe. I'm curious to see which one you're drawn to. It's fine if you can't pick to choose more than one. If you're struggling to decide between 2, it might end up being that each reading has some messages for you. And you can watch them both and just, sort of take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You should do that regardless, because, even if a reading is really, really resonating, it might be that there's 1 or 2 things that don't quite fit together or don't quite make sense for you personally. And that's because this is a general reading on YouTube. It's not a private reading. So anything that doesn't quite feel right, I would say, potentially hold on to it. Just see if it perhaps relates to something that you're not yet aware of. Sometimes something doesn't quite feel right, and then a few weeks or sometimes a few months later, maybe not in this context because it's a September reading, but a few weeks later it does make sense. But if not, just let it go with love, because those messages are for some other lovely person who's here today who's picked the same pile as you. So those are the piles we have today. Take as much time as you need, but go with your intuition. You can pause the video if you need more time, or you can go back to the start of the video if you want to watch the close-ups of the cards again. I want to say a big thank you to all of you who are subscribed. Thank you for being a part of this community. Thank you to all of my lovely patrons as well, including lovely Kelly, who's been a long time supporter of my channel and the work that I do. So thank you to all of you. Thank you as well to my private reading clients and energy healing clients, because you're also very important to me. So yeah, thank you for being here. And when you're ready, when you've chosen, I will get started with pile number 1. Hey there everyone who chose group 1 with the Cauldron Witch, which is number 4. And the Happy Tarot, this one is your reading. So Cauldron Witch makes me think that maybe in love you're setting some intentions. When I think of a cauldron and kind of stirring the cauldron, it's a very focused, intention setting, manifesting kind of symbol. This card is also about what you eat and drink. So nourishment, vitamins, nutrients, all of that might be playing into your love life in some way in this month. You might be trying to take care of yourself more. You might be meeting up with potential dates or your current partner for drinks or dinner, maybe in a restaurant, maybe going for coffee somewhere. Your love life might revolve around those kinds of like meal times or drinks in this month. Maybe some of you are trying to improve your diet, get more nutrition, because that will help your overall energy levels and the time that you have for your partner, or maybe even improve your libido as well. Some people struggle when they're missing certain nutrients to feel connected in that way. So let's see what your cards have to say. So we're going to get your tarot cards first, like always. Then we're going to cover the mat with oracle cards, and then we'll put your charms and dice on top. For those of you who are new, I use various different media in my readings. So I have all of the cards laid out on the mat, and then we have like what I call my toppings, which are the charms and dice, or sometimes we use rune stones or divination tokens. We have lots of different things. Tends to mainly be charms and dice, but we do like to mix it up sometimes. So group 1, love life in September. What is happening for you in September in love? Okay. So we have High Priestess. Then we have Ten of Swords. And Two of Swords. Interesting. I'm feeling Ten of Swords is kind of giving me realization in this reading. Like you have some kind of wake-up call, some realization that makes you see things differently and decide to make a change. But the Two of Swords is still showing this indecisiveness. So for example, if it is related to the nutrition thing, if you do, realize in this month that you're deficient in a certain kind of vitamin or mineral, and that's what's been contributing to something, or you have a wake-up call with regards to your health or something, it's like you see things differently from then on, but maybe you're a little bit unsure as to how to change that, or perhaps you're just scared to make a change because you've gotten so used to living in a certain way. Doesn't have to be related to that though. It could be that you decide to end things with a partner, or you decide that something needs to change in your love life, like whether you're in a long-term partnership or you're in a dating phase as someone, or completely single, like just feeling as though something's got to give, something needs to change, but being unsure as to how to pursue that change. Okay, that one took a lot of shuffling. So you have this card. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. So that seems to make sense with this need for a change message. Like you're entering a different phase in your life, going through some kind of cycle. Maybe some of you, this is to do with hormonal changes. Maybe you're ready to enter the next stage of your life, love-wise, more commitment, more freedom, whatever it might be. Just having this realization, because you've got the High Priestess, which is making me think of these deep sort of internal changes and understandings and epiphanies. But it's like in September, you're trying to work out how to make that translate into your physical life, your external life. Water and salt, truth, number 44. So yeah, realizations, realizing the truth, understanding a situation, wanting to live more authentically. There's something that's really genuine about your reading, group 1, that you have this knowledge inside you. Maybe this is something that's been creeping up for quite a while, that you know that you want a change, you want to do things differently. But it's now getting to a point where you want to let that feeling out into the world, but you're just unsure how. Maybe you're worried about upsetting someone, or that someone's not going to understand. Okay, so what's going on here? We have quite a lot of cards. Falsche Geisteshaltung is your first one, number 64. That one is wrong attitude. Yeah, I'd call it wrong attitude or bad attitude, possibly. You have Freude, joy. Freude, number 39. You've also got Lachen or laughter, 27. Auf Wolken schweben, 13. Floating in the clouds. Floating on clouds. Unabhängigkeit, number 46. Independence. And then eroticism, 32. So I do see a desire for more freedom here, and more, it's almost like the ability to just let go more, worry less. So much about authenticity, wanting to show the world the real you, but worrying about how you'll be received, worrying if you have a partner, like a long-term partner already or established partner, like how they are going to respond to you wanting to make these changes. It's like you want to have more fun. Like maybe you've been dating for a long time and it's just become feels like a chore, or you're sick of being bored and single and on your own all the time. You want to have fun with someone. And if you're in a relationship, then this is like you want to get the spark back. You want to move on from it being so boring and vanilla or even serious, and get back into having lighthearted fun, enjoying each other's company, and just really like losing yourself in one another. Can be hard to maintain that in a long-term relationship. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So lots of you are looking for someone that shares the same feelings as you, the same values. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I feel like for many of you, this is less about you still being hung up on an ex, and it's more about you perhaps having dimmed your light for an ex. What I mean by that is like you've had an ex-partner who sort of walked all over you. You ended up just not being your full self anymore around them. Make time for self-love. Absolutely. Last quarter moon in Libra. It's a very self-focused month, even though like I do see many of you having romantic relationships or making time for a partner. It's like the focus is still on you. The focus is on how you're feeling, what you want, what feels right for you, how you want to live more authentically, how you want to have more fun. want to stop feeling small or bored or like everything's just so samey. Mirror, treat your body like the palace it is. Number 4, got the number 4 again. This card was number 4. Throne, your potential is endless. Beautiful. 45. Okay, so yeah, a lot of you, there is something here to do with food and drink, nourishment, exercise, making sure that you get all of those nutrients you need. There's also a bit of like a rediscovering your body, feeling more comfortable in it. Like a lot of you, I'm kind of getting the sense that you have been very, like feeling very small for a long time or trying to hide yourself. Like I'm seeing an image of someone trying to like wearing a big loose jumper, like trying to cover their body by wearing something kind of shapeless and cozy and covering. And it's like now you want to say no to that. You know, this is who I am. I want to stop feeling small or ashamed or like I want to be invisible, and I want to start enjoying my life again. I want to start, you know, enjoying my body, feeling comfortable in who I am, cherishing myself. Okay, the person coming towards you in love in September is der Retter, the savior. Positive aspects of this person would be kindness, kind-heartedness, caring nature, might love children, animals, older people, like, you know, anyone who could do with a bit of nurturing. Always willing to help, always looking to find a solution to a problem. But the downside of this kind of person is that they can be have a bit of a savior complex. They might always be looking for vulnerable or flawed people that they can quote unquote save, you know, or they might always see the flaws within you and sort of point them out because they want you to feel better, work hard to be better, maybe a bit of a Virgo energy in this person. But that's not always what people want, obviously. So some of you could be dealing with people who are critical sometimes, even if that's not how they intend to be. They might see it as helping you to be better, helping you to see ways in which you could improve, but that might not be how you see it. So as always with every person, there's good and bad elements, but that's who's coming towards you in love in September. And it could be your long-term partner and just kind of could be how they are presenting themselves to you in this month. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a new person for those of you that are thinking like, I'm happily paired up, I'm not looking for someone new. Sometimes this is just about how we're showing up or how the other person in our relationship is showing up in that month. So let's look now at your charms, group 1. For those of you who are new, I'm going to be pulling them from this charm tin, and then we'll put your dice on top as well, just give you the fullness of the reading. What do we have here? Just turn them around so I can see them properly. And if you're enjoying this reading, please do like, share, subscribe to my channel. It makes a huge difference to my channel, and we'd love to have you here in this lovely community. Support the work that I do. Okay, so we have passionate. And that is the reverse of the Scorpio charm. So passionate, and it's landing on the joy card. So you wanting to inject that passion back into your life. And you have the letter P, so maybe that is standing for passion. Maybe it's something else, could be a word that comes to you, could be a name, a place, someone's initial. Just take whatever comes to you with that one, because obviously it's going to be different for everyone, but it could be passion. Dream as well, and that one is landing on laughter. You're dreaming of more light-hearted, happier, easier times. You have the worry thread here on the release your ex card. So definitely there is someone in your past that has caused you to feel smaller, caused you to lose some confidence, perhaps in your body, how you feel within your body. You have the white rabbit. Worrying about timing. When I think about the white rabbit, I think about being late, or, thinking that you're late. Some of you might be worried about missing out on certain experiences romantically. Just worried that time is running out for you to experience certain things. You might be wanting to settle down in the future, or, you might be feeling like you went too serious too soon and you'd like to have some more fun. Just getting the sense that you're wanting to seize the moment, really. You have perfume, which stands for attraction, feeling attracted or drawn towards someone or something. Sweet little cloud smiling here. He's got a golden lining. Every cloud has a silver lining, is what this charm tells us, or in this case, a golden lining, even better. Every cloud has a silver lining. Everything offers us something to learn. Everything perhaps has had some kind of positive outcome, even if you're not aware of it at this time in your love life. You have the hamsa, spiritual protection, and the lips, wanting to kiss someone in this month. Also got the dog, who's very alert. Something has really caught your attention. I think, this is landing on the make time for self-love card. So there is perhaps a message here of like this awakening when it hits you, this realization in September is just like, it's as clear as lightning and as intense and sudden as lightning as well. It's just like, oh my goodness, how have I not been seeing things this way before? Now is my moment to make these changes, to seize the day and do this. And maybe also you are feeling very drawn to someone as well. This is like when a dog's body goes like this when they've just seen like a squirrel or something and they're going to pounce really soon. So maybe some of you have met someone attractive or exciting in this month, and you're just really, really alert, really on edge, waiting for them to message or waiting to bump into them again at work or whatever it might be. You have the unicorn here, which is this beautiful symbol of innocence, uniqueness, everything that makes you special. You are innocent, you are pure. There's that letter P coming through again. I think possibly some of you feel tainted by past experiences with someone who made you feel really bad. The unicorn is therefore this really powerful symbol of the fact that you are not tainted. Your innocence, your purity has not been taken away. You have the frog. Yes, some of you perhaps having to kiss a few frogs before Prince Charming comes along. There's the P again. Frog is also a symbol of being adaptable, adapting to different circumstances, and the angel's wings up here. Angels are protecting you. Angels are surrounding you at this time, trying to assist in your love life. The angels of love. Let's get your dice and see what they have to tell us, just to round up your reading, group 1. Okay, so we are going to roll the 6th set of dice, the Voyager's dice. Okay. And we're going to roll 3 of them for you. Group 1. Wow, Beautiful. Okay, so you've got the telescope. So this makes me think of looking closely at something, like real introspection or getting a lot of insight into a situation because you're really taking a proper look at it. You're really thinking about it. You're really inspecting it. Then you have the cracking egg, rebirth, new life, a new beginning, new opportunity, regenerating. Really does feel like this fresh new start for you in regards to your perspective and how you want to go about things with regards to love. And then beautifully you have the treasure map. X marks the spot. There is treasure out there waiting for you to find it. You will find joy. You will have this wonderful experience that you're looking for, group 1. So really, really beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed this one. This is really nice to do. Quite a different one, I guess, in a love context, but really valuable, really, really interesting, and hopefully very empowering, uplifting as well. I thought this was a really beautiful reading. Thank you so much for being here, group 1. It's been a pleasure and an honor to read your cards for you. Please do let me know in the comments how this resonates. I would love to hear more. Please do like, share, subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this. It makes a huge difference to me, and as I said earlier, we'd love to have you as part of this community. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, a great September, what's left of September, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care. Hi there, group 2. Welcome to your reading if you chose the Healing Witch, number 5, and the Oceanic Tarot. This one is for you. So, Healing Witch, you might be trying to heal from something in September. You might be trying to be more healthy. You know, the healing could be more of a physical kind of thing. You might be trying to get out more, go for walks more, improve your mental health. There's a lot here to do with sort of herbs and lotions and potions. Maybe you have some new skincare products that you want to try in September. It's making you feel more luxurious, more confident, more relaxed, maybe, perhaps even more romantic. Bath products, etc. Getting back into bath season. Okay, group 2, let's see what is coming up for you in love in September. I'll start with your tarot, as we always do. Then we will cover the deck with oracle cards, and then we'll put the toppings on top, which today is going to be charms and dice. Okay. So, what do we have? A few things have just fallen to the side here. Okay, so Ace of Cups, love. Great start to your reading. Lovely. Okay, then Six of Wands, success. Love and success. That's great. Then the Magician, manifestation. And Seven of Swords, loss. Okay, so maybe this is what you're trying to heal from in September. Maybe you're trying to heal from a breakup or some other kind of loss. Might not even be in your love life, but could be affecting how you feel with regards to love. You know, if you've lost someone, or you have lost a job or been unsuccessful in an interview process, for example, that might leave you not really feeling in the right headspace for love, or not really feeling very romantic. So could be having an effect there. But other than that, I mean, love, success, manifestation, they're all very positive. Ace of Cups makes me think of either new love or the resurgence of love. A new lease of life in a relationship that's already long-standing. There we go. Manifesting miracles. So there's manifestation again. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. And maybe this loss is you're trying to rid yourself of something. Maybe the loss is a good thing that you're trying to bring about. You're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to lose the dark cloud that's hanging over you. You're trying to lose the boredom or the lack of enthusiasm. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay, so some of you might be being introduced to someone through a friend in September. You might just be talking to friends about your problems in love or your thoughts and feelings surrounding people you're dating or your partner. Sometimes it helps to just tell someone how we're feeling, good or bad, just vent away. Throne, your potential is endless. Number 45. Beautiful card. This is group 1 got this one. Endless potential in September. Really empowering. And with the 6 of Wands and Ace of Cups as well, there's kind of a feeling there of getting back on the horse. Like maybe after a time when things have been difficult, your attention has been diverted elsewhere in your life, or you just haven't been feeling it with regards to love. And, you know, this could be whether you're single, dating, in a partnership, you know, you just haven't been, your mind hasn't been on romance or love or anything like that. You've just been so focused on work or your health or just a million and one other things that need attending to, the kids, the house, you know, whatever. And September offers you the opportunity to just reconnect with that side of you. And kind of, I guess it could go in any direction. You know, here you've got a princess, you've got a witch, you've got a mermaid. They all represent different facets of the same woman, perhaps, or elements of womanhood. Different powers, different affinities. And maybe you're just wondering, like, you know, where's this going to go? In a positive way, though, like sort of, you know, just exploring and just being open to where things are going to take you, even if it's with a long-term partner, you know. Just kind of seeing how things go, rekindling the spark, not putting any expectation or heaviness or seriousness onto it, but just kind of seeing how it unfolds. Whoa, my goodness. Jumped right out at me. Cinderella, magic, number 9. Beautiful, Cinderella. From rags to riches. From darkness to light. Endless potential. Miracles manifesting. It all seems to fit. Group 2. Magic, manifesting, potential, love, success. You've got some really powerful words. Healing coming through. So here you have Angst vor Versagen, number 45, fear of failure. Eifersucht, jealousy, number 79. And you also have Zwiespältigkeit, ambiguity, number 52. Interesting. Okay, so fear of failure, you know, just perhaps not wanting to not wanting to fall flat on your face, not wanting to put yourself out there in case it's not received in the way that you'd hoped. Jealousy. This could be like a multitude of things. It could be jealousy of a specific person, like we're seeing in this image. Or it could be jealousy of like other people who seem to just juggle everything in their lives perfectly. Other people who are just generally in partnerships if you're single unwillingly. Jealousy of just people who seem to be happier. It doesn't have to mean that there's one person that is the focus of your jealousy, although it could be. Maybe if you're in a relationship, your partner has been jealous recently, and that's been or will be jealous in September, and that's an issue for you. Ambiguity as well as like this uncertainty, multiple ways to interpret something. And the crossroads here as well, this is showing that there's potential, there's different possibilities, it's almost like opening Pandora's box in a way. Once you decide to work on something and heal from it and move on, you're not really in control of which way it goes. So group 2 in September, I feel like you're addressing certain issues, or you are finally seizing life and love by the horns, and you're taking the plunge, and you're, getting back on the dating scene after a hiatus, or you are laying down boundaries with someone you're seeing, or you're telling your partner that you want things to be a certain way, or that you're going to be going out and doing this, or whatever it might be. And you're just unsure as to how this is all going to work out in the end. But you're quite determined, I think, group 2, to start building a new reality in September. And I think that probably goes beyond your love life as well, although there's definitely real transformation happening there too. Okay, so coming towards you in love in September is der Perfektionist, the perfectionist. Okay, so someone who is perfectionist, someone who likes things to be done a certain way, likes things to be just so. Perhaps someone who doesn't take criticism very well, or doesn't like to stop something before it's finished. Someone who takes their time with things, who's very considerate about how they do things. And if you're in a long-term relationship, or just a relationship already, this could just be how your partner is showing up for you in this month. It doesn't necessarily have to be a new person. Okay, so then we have full moon in Taurus, detoxify. Now that fits with the healing message. That can be in multiple different ways. It doesn't have to be just about the physical stuff. It can also be about pulling back from certain habits, behaviors, environments that aren't conducive to a healthy lifestyle or healthy mental or emotional state. Full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. So 2 full moons, there's a sense of like culmination and achievement in September. It feels like you really get something done in September. There's a milestone in love that you achieve, even if it's just to do with like speaking your mind or stating what it is that you want. Let's see what your charms and dice have to say now. So for those of you who are new, I'll be pulling your charms from this charm tin, and then we will do your dice afterwards. Interesting. Okay, so you have the 3rd house here. 3rd house does represent close friends, siblings, neighbors. Represents early years, young children. Represents learning, communication, memory. Maybe check, if you don't know, check your birth chart, see which planets are in your third house, if any, see what sign your third house is in. See perhaps if anything is transiting your third house in September that might be having an effect on how you communicate, for example, how you relate to people. What else do you have? You have the hamster, so spiritual protection. That's lovely. Also have faith. Faith, confidence. Faith again. Perhaps needing to have faith in yourself. Trusting that everything's going to work out. You have the lone wolf. Wanting connection, greater connection, deeper connection. Maybe you just haven't also been socializing that much recently, and September is an opportunity for you to really get out there. That also makes you more open to love. You've got the gingerbread man, something taking a while to complete. You need to prepare all the ingredients for the biscuit. You need to cook it, then you need to leave it to cool down before you can eat it. All the different steps needed before something is completed or ready. That's what you're experiencing in September. But I do get the sense of a completion, an achievement of some kind, a culmination. You have Father Christmas here, so maybe you are making plans for the coming winter, or maybe you're dealing with something now that started or happened in wintertime, and you're just sort of processing it now or deciding to make a change now. Over here you have the crocodile, someone who is manipulative or someone who only does things that are in their best interests. So even if it seems like they're being thoughtful or kind towards you, there's always some kind of ulterior motive that you may not be aware of. Interesting how that one is landing on the detoxify card. Stepping back from certain people perhaps that don't have your best interests at heart. Learning to spot the signs of manipulation or, whatever it might be. You've also got the snake here, this cute little snake. This is a zodiac marker for anyone born in the year of the snake. It's also a symbol of like someone being nice to you or turning out to be a friend or ally, which you really wouldn't have expected. So this is often like when you think someone doesn't like you, or you think that perhaps even someone's been nasty to you in the past, they turn out to be kind, on your side, stick up for you, etc. It's always like when someone surprises you in a positive way, someone of whom you've had a negative opinion, or you perhaps just weren't sure what to think of them. This could even mean that someone that you previously didn't really like turns out to actually like you. In this month, maybe that's also why you didn't like them. You sensed that something was off about them, or that they were hiding something. Maybe that's what it was. And group 2, you've also got the sand dollar. So there's something here to do with your finances and your physical abundance in this month that is also playing into your love life. Maybe you weren't dating before because you didn't have the money to go out and do things, or you didn't feel comfortable doing that until you could afford a few new outfits or something. Just giving examples, and that's now changed, and so is why you're able to enjoy your love life more. Let's look at your dice to finish up your reading, group 2. Okay, we're going to roll the 6th set of dice for you, the Voyager's dice. Group 1 got these as well. And we're going to roll 5 of them for you. Lovely. Group 2. Okay, So you do have the pill. So some of you could like literally be physically healing from something. Where did that go? Whether it's a physical, mental, emotional situation, there's a sense of actual healing going on. Some of you having felt quite out of sorts for a while, maybe that continuing a little bit into September. Maybe feeling out of your comfort zone, or just like you're unsure as to how to process things. Funny how this one is landing on let your friends help you. I think some of you are going to vent to your friends in September about your love life. You know, even if you're happy with a partner, for example, there might still be things they do that irritate you, and it's best to let it out to someone in September rather than keep it bottled up, because maybe that is a sign that it might lead to something more in September. If you keep resentment building up, it's better to just let it out and have a laugh about it with people who are close to you. Then you have the shield, defending yourself, protecting your energy, possibly with the detoxify message, protecting yourself from these negative people, manipulators, stepping back from that. And then beautifully you have the treasure map dice, which group 1 also got. It's quite unusual. Treasure map says that you have treasure out there waiting to be found. There is something beautiful out there waiting to happen for you in September, which is beautiful. So you will find the treasure you seek, whatever it is that you're looking to manifest, as we've had that word several times in your reading. Group 2, you're going to manage that in September. Yes, you might be afraid, you might have been struggling with jealousy, health issues, uncertainty. Some of you also dealing with some kind of loss or breakup, but you are able to overcome that in September, even if these themes come back for you in September, because I'm feeling like some of you, this is something that's happened before that resurfaces in September for processing. So like you're suddenly reminded of a past breakup and you feel that sadness again, or you're suddenly back in a situation that you haven't felt for a long time, where suddenly you're frightened of things not turning out or being perceived as a failure or perceived negatively. Or, you know, maybe jealousy is something you haven't felt for a long time, and suddenly it just comes up out of the blue and surprises you in September. And that's a message for you to sort of heal and process from this thing that is still not quite settled in your past. So I do see that happening for many of you, but really the sense of potential and this feeling of something coming to fruition, completion, realization in September in love is really, really strong. So I'm really excited for you, group 2, because it seems like you're sort of getting back onto an even keel after a tough time, or a time of just even being disinterested in love and just having so many other things to think about. So I hope that this works out really beautifully for you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful for you. Do let me know in the comments how this reading resonated. I'd love to hear more. Do like, share, subscribe to my channel as well. If you enjoyed it, that means so much to me and has a massive effect in terms of helping out my channel, helping grow what I do, supporting me to continue providing this work. And I would love to have you as part of this community. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, group 2. Take care and have a wonderful September, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye. Hi there, group 3. Welcome to your reading for those of you who chose the number 16, the Hell Hath No Fury Witch, and the Neopets Tarot. This one is for you. So in terms of love predictions in September, some of you might be dealing with someone who has disappointed you. We just look at the Hell Hath No Fury Witch. Maybe some of you have recently broken up with someone, or you just feel let down by someone perhaps, or someone is annoying you possibly in September. This also, it kind of makes me feel like kind of empowering though, like maybe you are determined to, you know, approach love with an attitude of like, it doesn't matter what happens, I'm just going to keep persevering and I'll find that person. I think dating, especially if we're talking about online dating, can be pretty brutal. So I think some of you maybe who aren't in long-term relationships, you're just really pushing through and persevering and having to be strong in September. But let's see what your cards have to say. We're going to start with tarot and move on to oracle like we always do. And then once we've covered the mat with cards, we'll put the toppings on, which in this reading is going to be charms and dice. So let's see what is coming up for you in love in September. Group 3. Powerful group 3 is lightning coming out of her fingertips. Keeps drawing my attention. Okay, so we have Two of Cups. Two of Cups is your first card. That's quite a nice one to have to start out a love reading. Then you have Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Those are air signs. And then you've also got King of Swords. So all of the air signs again. So lots of air signs present in your love life, maybe in September. Maybe you have very strong air energy. Let's see. Get the sense of really like speaking your mind in September, even if, you know, it's not going to be well received by people. People might not take it very well, but you're just determined to be honest. Like, I really feel as though, as I said, like you're so determined, you're not going to be tolerating anything that is beneath you, and you're not going to be wasting your time in September. Like, you really get the sense that you're just saying like, this is what I want. I'm not going to accept anything less than this. I'm not going to, you know, waste my time on this. I'm not going to be, you know, overly polite to people that are wasting my time or that just don't gel with me. Like, I'm just going to move on to the next one. Those of you in relationships already, there's a sense that you are being a bit brutally honest with your partner about maybe some things you're unhappy about or some things that need to change. Okay, then you have this card. This one says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So yeah, it is like you're just following what feels right for you, group 3, and you're being really quite unapologetic about it, which I love. You're just kind of saying, look, this is me. You know, I'm not putting up with this anymore, or I've realized now that this is what I want and I'm not going to accept anything less than that. I think some of you in life have definitely been made to feel less than by romantic partners or people that you were interested in who perhaps didn't reciprocate or were cruel about it. Some of you might have experienced infidelity in the past. You get this really warrior energy from group 2 here. Group 3, I should say. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So yeah, definitely honest communication in September is a real theme for you. You're being honest, you're being open. It's kind of like, here I am, this is me, this is who I am. Either accept it or don't, but I'm not going to waste, you know, my time with someone who doesn't. Or I'm not going to change who I am to fit what someone else's preference might be, because this is me. Okay, so you have Faller, Trap, number 50. Then you have Entzucken, Sorry, not Ensuken. Don't know where that came from. I think that was the base card. Keksign. 21. Being cheeky. Keksign. And then Unabhängigkeit. Number 46. Independence. But in a negative way here. You can see he's pushing away the boat. He doesn't want any help. He doesn't want anyone to disturb his sanctuary. So perhaps, as much as this is great, all of you, just I would say don't perhaps fall into the trap of this negative independence, of this sense of like, I don't need anyone, I can only be happy by myself. Some of you might be feeling a bit disillusioned with love in September, but it's really important that you don't get into this cynical space where you're not letting anyone in or you're not letting anyone help you. Like, obviously it's fine to take a step back and have that time for yourself and shut people out for a bit, but it feels like just some of you might be in danger of going too far and saying, that's it, I don't need friends, I don't need, love, romantic, anything. Like, you people are all liars, or you're all self-serving, or whatever it might be. And it feels like by doing that, you would be shutting yourself out of some positive experiences, group 3. Escapist. Come home to yourself. 32. I love this card. Don't we all just love escaping into a book? And here it's a spell book as well, so there's a sense of manifesting and empowerment as well, that I think your Hell Hath No Fury witch also seems to embody. So yeah, some of you definitely just like feeling like home is your sanctuary in September. Possibly not wanting to go out for dates, like whether you're single or in a relationship, it feels like you want date night to be snuggling up on the sofa and watching something, or you want it to be lying in bed together reading your books, like each of you reading your own book, or falling asleep watching a film, or having a date night dinner at home. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. You don't really want to drag yourself out. You want to be in your space. You want to be comforted by your familiar environment and your home comforts. Which I absolutely understand. I love my home. The Princess Who Never Smiled. Healing. Number 31. So yeah, definitely don't let yourself get to the point where you're so disillusioned that is just becomes normal for you. The Princess Who Never Smiled is a Russian folktale about a princess who never smiles. I can't remember if she was being cursed as a baby or something, and that's how she's grown up, or if it's just more of a random thing, but it's probably some kind of curse. It's a folktale. And then, they try everything to make her smile, and it's to no avail until a certain young man comes along and makes her smile. So through stupidity, I think, more than anything else, it makes her smile. She sort of laughs at, ridiculousness of it. So perhaps that's what this being cheeky card is talking about, that you have a great sense of humor, and so you should hold on to that even through the difficult times, because being able to laugh about something, even if it was quite a bitter experience, in hindsight, being able to look back and laugh at the absurdity of it, if nothing else, will help you to get through it. And also, as I said, like, you might be upset about some things, down about some things, but being able to still have things that you smile or laugh about, still have things that you're grateful for, that bring a little smile to your face, whatever it might be your children, your niece or nephew, grandkids, it might be a certain TV program, could be the only one that just really makes you smile or makes you laugh, or it could be video games or taking a walk in a certain place or having a lovely bath. Like, I don't know, just it could just be one particular thing, but just make sure that you are doing that thing in September. Do the thing that makes you smile. Don't let yourself become shut off or cynical. Okay, 2 cards from this deck. So the people coming towards you in love in September are Die Mutter, the mother, and Der Visionär, the visionary. Okay, so this could be one person. Doesn't necessarily have to be 2 people. It could be one person with the same traits. If you're in a relationship as well, this does not have to be a new person coming into your life. It could be how your partner is showing up for you in this month. Could also be 2 separate people, as we mentioned. So the mother literally could just be someone who is a parent, someone who is nurturing, someone who is kind and caring, someone who's quite self-sacrificing, maybe very protective of what they love, the things they believe in, the people in their life that they care about. I would say the downsides of this person might be that they can be overprotective, or that they could be, if they have children, that could be something that gets in the way of their romantic life, or even if they're adults. Could also be someone who is like overbearing in a way. They feel protective of someone, or they care about them, so they become kind of smothering in a sense. That can be the downsides of that person. And then the visionary, this would be someone who's creative, inspiring, like able to see the big picture, able to do lateral thinking, think outside the box, see things differently. They maybe have quite a unique perspective on the world that intrigues you. Probably quite interested in the arts, probably quite charismatic, quite motivational, optimistic. I could see how this person could be either quite introverted or really quite extroverted as well. I think carries like a dual possibilities here. I would say the downsides of this person is they might not be that practical, or they might not live in the here and now because they're so busy with their like lofty ideas and their future plans. They maybe struggle with the small talk and the mundane things, or they don't see the practical things that need addressing now because they're so busy thinking about the future or this bigger picture or the wider world. Potentially could also be a little bit arrogant as well. Full moon in Libra, find a balance. Yeah, that seems to be what I was saying earlier with like, it's fine to feel how you do, but still try and find the things that make you smile, or don't let yourself become completely shut off. And then also, we mentioned escapism and wanting to be at home, wanting to be perhaps just by yourself. And that's, again, also fine, but also, consider letting someone come and share that time every now and then. And you also have last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. Have fun, smile a bit more, give yourself the permission to laugh, or to have the evening off, or to not care about how things turn out with a certain person. Just live in the now. Let's see what your charms have to say, group 3. So we'll do your charms and dice now. Charms first, and for those of you who are new, I'll be pulling them from this charm tin, and then we'll do your picture dice. So Okay, group 3. So, what have we got? Let's turn these over. And if you're enjoying this video, please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me and it makes a huge difference to my channel. I'd love to have you as part of this community, and also helps enable me to continue doing this work. So let's see. Group 3. Okay, so you have this starfish, so healing. Healing in this month, possibly also recovering something that you feel you've lost, even if it's like a certain feeling or a sense of self. Hope with the candle, that one's lovely. Hope. Having hope in September. There's anxiety around timing. So you have this Alice in Wonderland clock. Worrying that something is not moving quickly enough, or perhaps the opposite, worrying that something is going too fast. Worrying that you're running out of time. Unicorn, representing innocence, specialness, your uniqueness, your unique identity. Also representing purity as well. And I think it was group 1 that also had this charm. And definitely this is relevant for those of you that have felt as though you are unworthy, or have felt, you know, you cheated on or let down, disappointed by others. You might have felt tainted in some way, or like your purity or your innocence has been tainted, or that you've lost it in some way. But that is not the case. Unicorn is here to tell you that your purity, your innocence remains regardless of what you've been through. It's not something that can be taken away from you. You've got the worry thread here, which is landing on the Independence card. You also have these vines, growth, bouncing back. Think of vines, of how, like vines or ivy, it doesn't matter how much you cut away at them, they keep growing back like breakneck speed. So really bouncing back, real strength, real stamina, fortitude. You've got 2 letters, letter M and the letter C. No, it's not a C, is it? It's an O. Letter M and the letter O. Mo. Could be your name or the name of someone in your love life. Just take what comes to you from it, though. You know, it could be 2 different words or names or place names that come to you. Just trust your intuition with that one. You might get words, as I said. You might notice names or places, initials. You have Saturn here. Check your Saturn transits if there are any for September. See how that is affecting you. Saturn is a symbol of, I think, of karma, of reaping what you've sown, of things that develop over a long period of time, like long-term situations. Also makes me think of generations, things that are like passed down through generations. If you don't know much about your birth chart as well, I would recommend looking up where Saturn is in your birth chart, what house he's in, what sign he's in, what aspects he might be forming with other planets. See how that might affect you just as a person in general, not necessarily just at this particular time, but definitely check out the Saturn transits. You have the swallow here, someone or something returning to you. So it's interesting because you got this like healing and recovering what was lost charm, and then you've got this sense of returning. You could be reconciling with someone from your past, or you could just be feeling like you're healing and reincorporating parts of yourself that have been suppressed or neglected. Star is another healing symbol, also a symbol of optimism, being guided, being on the right path. And winter, snowflake. Snowflake also makes me think of feeling vulnerable, feeling out of sorts and just a bit delicate, a bit fragile. Whenever we get a timing charm, it can indicate that you're perhaps making plans in this month that affect the coming winter, for example, or you might be dealing with something that happened or first started in the winter time. And you have this cute little earth elemental as well. So earth elementals, like my lovely gnomes, are around you at this time. They're helping you. They are these little unseen helpers in your life. And this little earth elemental also tells us that it's fine to be different, as I think you're very aware of in September. Like, you're not prepared to change yourself for another person. And that's wonderful. So let's finish up with your dice now, group 3. See what they can tell us. Okay, we're going to roll the 10th set of dice. Those are the Scooby-Doo dice. And we're going to roll 5 of them for you. Okay. Group 3. Okay. Okay, you've got the revolving door, the kind of like hidden door in the wall. It might be a bookshelf that's on one side and then a wall on the other. This makes me think of like change, turning point, changing perspective, surprises potentially, like discovering something you weren't expecting. I think for a lot of you, you're discovering something about yourself that you weren't expecting. Detours, shortcuts, changing what you thought you wanted, flipping it on its head. You have the sheriff's hat, authority, calling the shots, making decisions, being in charge or in control. You have Velma Dinkley. She is a intelligent and independent woman. She doesn't change what she's interested in or what she likes to do for anyone else. She doesn't kind of succumb to societal pressure to be a certain way or to offer up a certain performance of womanhood that some people might expect. I always loved Velma. When I was a kid, I loved how clever she was and how it was always her that solved the mystery. There's a funny story actually. When I was about 4, I started pretending to my mother that I couldn't see properly, and I started like squinting when I was reading books, and in the end she took me to see an optician, and this optician did like a vision test with me to see if I needed glasses, and in the end he said like, there's nothing wrong with this child's vision, she can see perfectly fine. And it transpired that I apparently had wanted to get glasses so that I could look like Velma. So I think my mum bought me some some fake like plastic glasses, and I was happy. I was really, really thrilled. It's often what I think of when I see Velma. Yeah, so what is this? Oh, the hiding in the vase. Hiding in the vase. Yeah, there's something unexpected in this month, and there's also this sense of like not wanting to be seen, not wanting to leave your home, not wanting to, go out there. You're just sort of processing things, but I really get this really strong like willpower from you in September. I think you're really going to surprise yourself with how powerful you are in this month, and how strong, courageous, and brave you are. How you won't back down, how you know what you want, and this is how you're going to get it. And then you have this character, I believe she's called Jane, from one of the Scooby-Doo episodes. All I remember is that I think she was working to take down a company from the inside because they had like previously wronged her. So there was a bit of a hell hath no fury situation there. So that always makes me think of like working with an ulterior motive, or, you know, appearances can be deceiving. You might seem like you're one thing, but this is actually what you want, which is very different. Or, you know, people might make assumptions of you that aren't necessarily true. But yeah, group 3, I would say September is a very empowering month in love for you. It might be challenging with some of the themes that you are dealing with. You know, they're going to be different for everyone, but it feels like there are some tough things coming to the surface for you in September, but you seem more than capable of dealing with it and managing it. And ultimately, I think the most important thing is just remember to have some fun and let yourself be taken out of that situation and that headspace every now and then, and just enjoy the things that make you happy. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this group 3. This has been a really interesting reading. Everyone's readings have been very different today, actually, which is always a delight. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, a great September as well. Hope you come out the other side feeling stronger and more inspired than you were at the start of the month. Please do like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Do leave a comment as well. Let me know how this resonated, because I'd love to hear from you. And take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye. Thank you for being here, group 3. Take care.